SBA Publications.
Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you are healthy and happy at your home. This is your mentor Nisha Gola, and today with me we will start our chapter number 7, and the name of the chapter is decimals and percentage. Okay, so let's start our chapter. Here some activities given. Through this we revise our previous learning. So question number 1 is write the decimals for the color part. So here some parts are given that we learn in fractions also. So some parts are given and some parts are colored. We have to check out and write them in decimals. One example is given here, like here are 10 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We learned that in fraction, in denominator we take total parts. So here we have 10 and 3 shaded parts. So it will become 3 by 10. So we can write it in decimal 0.3 and read it as 3 tenths. In the same next one, here our total parts are 10 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 parts are shaded. So here we can write 0.5. And how do we write in words? We write 5 tenths. Okay. Now in the same way, next one. Here we have 10 parts total and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 parts are colored. So we can write it as 0.8 and written as 8 tenths. Okay, so just like that you can solve it. Now question number 2, color to show the following. In question number 1, color is given, we have to fill in the blanks. Here decimal form is given to us and we have to color according to that. So here 7 tenth means 0.7. So we can, so here the fraction will become 7 upon 10. So we have to color 7 parts of this box. Okay, you can color by yourself. Next, in this 0.8 is given. So here we know that we have to color 8 parts. Okay, so you can color 8 parts of this figure. Next, 0.6 means 0.6. We can write it like this, and 6 upon 10. So here are total 10 parts and we have to color 6 parts of this figure. Okay. So just like that you can color in your book or notebook. Now question number 3, match the following. Here some decimal forms are given and here in words are given. So we have to match them. Here 1.7. So 1 and 7 tenths we can say. So A will be matched with 2. 3.8. So 3.8 match with this. 5.6. So here is 5 and 6 tenths. So C will be matched 4th. And 0.5 we say 5 tenths. So it is matched with this. Okay. So this is our revision section. Now we will move to the topic. Here we will learn decimals. So what are decimals? Just learn about it. So a decimal fraction is a fraction having 10, 100, 1000, etc. any power of 10 as denominator. 10 की पावर 1, 10 हो गया, 100 10 की पावर 2 and 1000 होता है 10 की पावर 3. मीन्स हम किसी नंबर को, किसी फ्रैक्शन को डेसिमल फ्रैक्शन बोल सकते हैं कब? जब उसका जो डिनोमिनेटर होगा वो 10 की पावर में आ रहा होगा, जैसे 10,000, 100, 10,000. सो इस तरह के जो फ्रैक्शंस होंगे वो क्या होंगे, डेसिमल फ्रैक्शंस होंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल here 4/10, so it is decimal fraction and we write it 0.4 or 0.4, both are correct. Okay, and the dot is decimal point, और जो ये डॉट लगी है वो किसको दिखाती है, हमारे डेसिमल पॉइंट को. And if in figure we are showing that, so here 10 parts are given and we colored 4 parts here, so we get 4/10 and the decimal form is 0.4. Okay, now move to the next. Here we have the decimal point separates the whole number part from the decimal parts. तो जब हम डेसिमल पॉइंट को लगाते हैं तो डेसिमल पॉइंट के लेफ्ट हैंड साइड जो भी नंबर होगा वो हमारा होगा होल पार्ट. ओके, एंड डेसिमल नंबर के डेसिमल के बाद जो भी नंबर होगा वो हमारा होगा डेसिमल पार्ट. ओके, सो हेयर इज गिवन कि डेसिमल पॉइंट जो होता है वो सेपरेट करता है हमारे होल नंबर को, होल पार्ट को डेसिमल पार्ट से अलग करता है जो हमारा डेसिमल होता है. For example, here 7 whole 8/10 is given. So 7 is our whole number. We learn mixed fraction in our previous chapter. So 7 is our whole number. So it will become left side of the decimal. Now 8/10. So it is written as 0.8, means it will become 7.8, and we also read as 7.8. If we show in pictorial form, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 whole and then 10 parts and 8 parts are colored. So we can write it like this: 7 whole 8/10 and the decimal form is 7.8. Okay, now next one also 8 whole 7/100. So here are 2 zeros, means decimal numbers will become 2. So here we write 8.07. ओके, रीड एज, और इसको रीड कैसे करेंगे, 8.07. नंबर आफ्टर द डेसिमल पॉइंट आर रीड इंडिविजुअली. तो जब भी हम डेसिमल के बाद, मतलब डेसिमल पार्ट में जो भी हमारे नंबर आ रहे हैं उनको हम एक साथ ना पढ़ के कैसे इंडिविजुअली डिजिट के अकॉर्डिंग पढ़ते हैं. जैसे मैंने लिखा 7 पॉइंट, तो हम इसको 7.69 अगर बोलते हैं तो वो गलत होगा. क्या बोला जाएगा, 7. और डेसिमल पार्ट ये वाला है, बताया मैंने आपको, डेसिमल के राइट हैंड साइड वाला क्या होगा, डेसिमल पार्ट. तो डेसिमल पार्ट को वी रीड एज बाय देयर डिजिट, नोट एज होल नंबर. सो वी कैन राइट हियर 7.69, not 69. That will be wrong. Okay, this is the correct form, 7.69. In this also 8.07. तो हम क्या करते हैं, डेसिमल के बाद डेसिमल पार्ट में जितने भी डिजिट्स आएंगे उनको अकॉर्डिंग टू डिजिट पढ़ते हैं, ना कि नंबर. नेक्स्ट, फॉर एग्जाम्पल 7.8 has 1 decimal place. So here we have only 1 decimal place after decimal, or we can say after point. And this one 8.07, here we have 2 decimal places. Okay, now we will learn how to find out the place value of decimal numbers. So the place value increases 10 times as we move from right to left and decreases 10 times when we move from left to right. तो जब हम क्या करते हैं, राइट से लेफ्ट की तरफ जाते हैं तो हमारी प्लेस वैल्यू 10 से इंक्रीज होती रहती है, और अगर हम लेफ्ट से राइट की साइड आएंगे तो हमारी वैल्यू 10 में डिक्रीज होगी. जैसे यहाँ है वंस, सो इसके बाद सेकंड क्या हो जाता है, टेंस, देन हंड्रेड्स, आफ्टर दैट थाउजेंड्स. इन द सेम वे वंस के बाद जब हम राइट साइड जाएंगे तो फिर 10 डिक्रीज होगा, तो वी कैन राइट इट लाइक 1/10. ओके, और वी कैन से 10th पार्ट है. उसके बाद इधर जाएंगे फिर 10 डिक्रीज होगा तो हो जाएगा 1/100. वी कैन से 100th. ओके, So just like that, we can find out the place value of the given decimal numbers. So let's check. Here, one place further to right of the value becomes 1 upon 10 multiply 1 upon 10 equals to 100. ठीक है, जो अभी मैंने आपको बताया कि 110 है और उससे फिर हम मूव फॉरवर्ड करेंगे राइट साइड, तो वो दोबारा से 10 1/10 हो जाएगा, जिससे क्या बन जाएगा 100 बन जाएगा. सो वी कैन राइट इट लाइक दिस. बीच में आ जाएगा डेसिमल पॉइंट. ओके, in the left hand side we have ones, tens, hundreds and thousand. We already discussed it is whole part. And after the decimal we have tens, hundreds and thousands. Okay, this is our decimal part. So left side of the decimal is a whole part and right side of the decimal is our decimal part. We have to know that. Now we will solve some examples on the basis of our learning. Just solve. Here, example number 1. Write the following decimal in the place value chart. Here some decimal number are given and we have to show in place value chart. Okay, so we know that how to make place value chart. We already discussed above. Here decimal, then right hand side we have tenth, hundred and thousand, and here we have ones, tens and hundred, that is our whole part. Now we learn that decimal के left hand side वाला क्या होगा हमारा whole part and decimal के बाद वाला होगा हमारा decimal part. So we can write here it is ones. तो decimal हम लगाएंगे और decimal से पहले जो भी है वो 3 यहाँ पर आ गया, उसके बाद 8 tenth, 4 hundredth and 2 thousandth. Okay, just like that question. In the same way we have B option, that is 38.087, not 87, because we learned that after the decimal we read the digit, not as a number. Okay, so here we have decimal and decimal के बाद इस side हो जाएगा हमारा ones, then tens. तो ये 3 tens, 8 ones, after that tenth will be 0 and 8 hundredth and 7 thousandth. Okay, next 208.097. So 200 point, here decimal, and then we have ones, tens and hundreds. So 8 ones, 0 tens and 2 hundreds, and in tens we check, so 0 tens, 9 hundredths and 7 thousandths. Okay, now we learn how to expand decimal numbers. Okay, so just like that we can show decimal numbers in place value chart. So here we will learn about expanding decimal number, how to expand decimal numbers. Okay, so here example number 2, write the fractional and decimal expansion of 34.38. Okay, so we make a place value chart and put the value on that. So here decimal and 4 ones and 3 tens, and here 3 tens and 8 hundredths. So what we will get? We get 3 tens, 4 ones, 3 tenths and 8 hundredths. और अगर हम फ्रैक्शनल एक्सपेंशन करते हैं तो वो कैसे होगा? ये हमें पता है 3 टेंथ्स मतलब 30 हो जाएगा. 4 ones 4 आएगा. 3 tenth we learn that tenth. Here we can find out the part of that, so it will become 3 upon 10, and here 8 hundredth means 8 upon 100. Okay, so just like that we can write, and if we are making decimal expansion, so we can write 30 plus 4. Here 3 by 10 will become 0.3 and 8 by 100 will become 0.08. Okay, so just like that we can expand the form of the given decimal number in fractional expansion and as well as in decimal expansion. Okay, next one. Here example number 3 is given. Example number 3, write the fractional and decimal expansion of 6.023. So here first we make place value chart. In this we put the decimal, and before the decimal we have 6, that is 6 ones, and then 0 tenth, 200th and 3 thousandths. So what we will get? We get here 6 ones, 0 tenths, 200th and 3 thousandth. And in fractional expansion we can write 6 plus 0, and it is 6 plus 0, 0 tenth means 0, and here hundreds, 2 upon 100, and then 3000 to 3 upon 1000. Okay, just like that we can expand fractional form. And then we have decimal expansion. We know that if here 6 0 and there are 2 zeros, so 2 decimal place will become, that is 0.02, and here 3 zeros are there, means 1000th is there, it means 3 decimal place will come 0.003. Okay, now we will learn how to convert decimals into fractions. Okay, our new concept. So step 1 is write the number given without the dot in the numerator. तो हम क्या करेंगे, जो भी हमें नंबर दिया हुआ है, जस्ट लाइक here 2.4, तो हमें अगर इसका फ्रैक्शन बनाना है तो क्या करेंगे, जो भी नंबर दिया है बिना डॉट के, मीन्स बिना पॉइंट के, और यू कैन से बिना डेसिमल के, वी राइट द होल नंबर. So we get 24. In step 2, write 1 in the denominator. So here we write 1 and then followed by as many zeros as the number of digit in the decimal part. We know that after the decimal we have decimal part, and how many digits are there? Only 1. So we put here 1 0 only. Okay, if we have, just check another example. Here we have 5.69. So first we take the whole number without any dot or decimal as numerator. So we have 569. Now we put 1 in the denominator and find out the place of decimal part. So here are 1 and 2 parts are there. It means we put 2 zeros here. Okay, so it will make 569 upon 100. ठीक है, तो आपको बस ये देखना है, जो भी आपको डेसिमल पार्ट से डेसिमल फ्रैक्शन बनाना है, तो जो भी आपको नंबर दिया है होल विदाउट पॉइंट, पहले हम वो लिखेंगे, उसके बाद डेसिमल पार्ट काउंट करेंगे कितने प्लेसेस हैं उसमें, उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम 0 पुट कर देंगे डिनोमिनेटर में. सो इट इज so easy to convert into fraction. Let's see examples. Here, example number 4, convert into common fractions. We have to convert into common fractions. So here 0.025, and we learned that in first step what we have to do, we have to write the whole number. So here we have 25, and in denominator we take 1, and after that we count the decimal places here. So here 1, 2 and 3 places. So we put here 3 zeros. So what we will get? We get 25 upon 1000. It is decimal fraction. Okay. Or we already learned in the previous chapter how to convert a fraction into lowest form. So we can convert it in lowest form also. 25 ones are 25, 25 fours are 100 and 0. So we get 1 upon 40. So you can write in lowest form also. Next one is 1.86. 1.86. So here first we take number without decimal. So what we have, 186 as numerator, and in denominator we have 1, and then we have to count the decimal places. So here 2 places are there, so we put 2 zeros here. So what we will get? We get 186 upon 100, or we can find out the lowest form also. Here 93 by 50, and it is improper fraction, so we can write in mixed fraction also. Okay, next one is 23.6. 23.6. Okay, so here first we take whole number, that is 236 without any point. And then we put 1 in denominator and count the decimal part. So here is only one part is there, so we get 10. So our fraction will become 236 upon 10, or we can reduce it by 2. 2 5s are 10, 2 1s are 2, 1s are 2, and 2 8s are 16. So we have 118 upon 5. Okay, in the lowest form, or you can change in mixed fraction also. Okay. So I hope you learned that how to convert decimals into fractions. It is very easy to convert. Next one we learn how to convert fraction into decimals. So how we convert? First, count the number of zeros in the denominator. अब हमें क्या करना है, अगर हम फ्रैक्शन से डेसिमल पे चेंज कर रहे हैं तो हमें क्या करना है, हमें जीरोस डेनोमिनेटर में जितनी जीरो है वो काउंट करनी है. देन काउंट इक्वल नंबर ऑफ डिजिट इन द न्यूमरेटर फ्रॉम राइट एंड देन पुट द डॉट. और फिर उसके बाद जितनी जीरो है, जो भी हमें नंबर दिया होगा राइट से हम काउंट करेंगे और उसके बाद डॉट लगा देंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई एम टेकिंग हेयर 68 अपॉन 10. So what we have to do? Here we have 10. Okay, and the number we'll write here, and then we start from right side, and here we have 10. So we count one digit and then we put dot, or we can say decimal point. Okay, so the decimal will become 6.8. So just like that we can solve, or we can convert fraction into decimals. For example, convert into decimal. Here will not come decimal. Fraction convert into decimals. Okay, convert the fractions into fraction is already given here. So we have here 8 upon 10. So first we take numerator, count zeros in the denominator. Here only 10. So we put after one digit from the right side 1, and then we put decimal. So we get 0.8. Now we have 973 upon 100. So we take the number as well as, and we count the zeros. So there are 2 zeros. So we count from the right side 2 digits here, 1 and 2. Then we put decimal. Okay. Next one is 38 by 10. Now we take number, or we can say numerator, then we will count 0 in denominator. Here 10 is there, so from the right side we put decimal here. So what we will get? We get 3.8. Next one is 7 upon 1000. So the numerator will take as well, and here we have 3 zeros. So from the right side we count 3 numbers, or we can say 3 digits. 7, here is 1, 2 and 3 digits. But we have only 1 digit. So what we do? We put zeros on the other number. Here on second number we have 0, and third place also 0. Then we put decimal. So we get 0.007 here. Okay. Now on the basis of this concept, we have let's do exercise. Just solve it. Here we have to convert into fractions. We know that how to convert 4.6. So we take without point it as numerator. Then we count decimal part or decimal place. Here decimal place is 1. So we put 1 and then add 10 to it. So we get 46 upon 10. Next one is 0.9. So the number without decimal 9 is as numerator. And then we have 1 place. So we put 1 here and 1 0 also. Okay, so we get 9 upon 10. Then we have 0.84. So first we take number without decimal as numerator, that is 84. And then we count the places of decimal part, that is 1 and 2. So here in denominator we put 1 and then put zeros according to the decimal places. So here decimal places are 2. So we can write 2 zeros here. So we get 84 upon 100. Next 0.136. So here first we take it as numerator 136 and the decimal numbers are 1, 2 and 3. So here are 3 places. So we put here 3 zeros with 1. Okay, so we get 136 upon 1000. So in this way you can solve these questions. Now question number 2 we have convert into decimals. हमें क्या करना है, उसको decimal में convert करना है. We already learned how to convert in decimal. So here 4 by 10 is given. So first we write the number and then we have to count 0. Here 1 0 is there. It means from right we count 1 digit and then put decimal or point. So we get 0.4. Next one is 9 upon 100. So first we take 9, then we count zeros. So there are 2 zeros. So what we do? We count from the right 2 digits. Only 1 digit is here. Second digit is not here. So we put 0 here. So now 2 digit will become 9 and 0. Then we put decimal. So we get 0.09. Then we have 17 upon 1000. Okay, so first we take number, then we count zeros. So there are 3 zeros. Okay, so count from the right 1, 2 and 3 place we don't have any digit. So here we take 0 and we put decimal here after 3 digits. So we get 0.017. Okay, so in the same way you can solve this question. Okay, now move to the next. So now we will solve exercise 7.1 on the concept we learned. Okay, so question number 1 is here, match the following. Here we have 381 upon 100. So 381 upon 100 means 2 zeros are there. So we get 3.81. So here we can match from fifth option. Now 0.4 we can read it as 4/10. 2.001 means, or we can write it 2 is a whole number then 1 upon 1000. So it is matched with. And then 7.2 means 7 and 2 tenth. And then 2.35 2 and 35 hundredth. Okay. Next we have write the place value of the underlined digits. So here some digits are underlined and we have to find out the place value of the given digits. So here this 2 is here. So decimal part ke idhar means left hand side we have ones, tens and hundreds. So it will become 200 or we can write 200. So here we write only 100. And then here we have after decimal point. So it is 10th and this one is 100th. So it will become 100th. Okay. So just like that you can solve other options of this question. Next one is question number 3. Write a decimal for each of the following. We have to write some expanded form are given here and we have to write decimal form of the number. So here 1 plus 2 by 10. So 1 is our whole number, then we have decimal points. It is 2/10 means we can write 0.2. So it will become 1.2 or we can write 1 plus 0/10 means 0.2. So what we get? We get 1.2. There are 2 ways to solve this. You can choose by yourself. Okay, just like that you can solve rest of the part of this question. Next we have question number 4, that is convert into decimals. So here we have to convert the given fraction into decimals. So how do we convert? Here first option is given 5 upon 100. Okay, so first we take number and then we count zeros in denominator. So there are 2 zeros. So from the right we count the digits. So here 1 and then 2. On the second place we don't have any digits. So here we put 0. Now we have 2 digits. So we put decimal here. So what we will get? We get 0.05. Okay. So I have solved one for you, and the rest of the parts you will solve by yourself. Next question, and the next question number 5, that is convert into fraction. Now decimal numbers are given here and we have to convert it into fraction. So here 9.01. Okay, so first we take the whole number without decimal as numerator. So what we have? 9, 0 and 1, 901. Next step, we have to count decimal places in the decimal part. So here are 1 and 2 parts are there, and denominator we will write 1, and with 1 we write 2 zeros because here 2 decimal parts are given. Okay, so we can write 9.01 as 901 upon 100. Okay, rest of the parts you will solve by yourself. Okay, now students, we will learn like, unlike and equivalent decimal fraction. Okay, so here first one is like and unlike decimals. So what are like decimals? So like decimals, two decimals fraction are said to be like if they have equal of decimal places. We learned that how we count decimal places. So if we have same decimal places in the number, so we can say that those are like decimals. For example, here 8.03 and 194.05 and 30.16. So here we can see that decimal place are 2, and in this also 2 places are there, and this one also. So we can say that these decimals are like decimals. And then unlike decimals, so opposite of this, two decimal fraction are said to be unlike if they have unequal number of decimal places. अगर decimal places क्या होंगे? Unequal होंगे, तो वो unlike decimal. In this 0.014, we have 3 decimal places. In this, we have 2 decimal place, and in this, we have only 1 decimal place. So we can say that this is unlike. So we can say that these numbers are unlike decimals. Okay, now we will move to the next. Here we learn about equivalent fractions. So how do we find equivalent fractions? So all the 3 decimals number written below have same value. ठीक है, जो नीचे क्या दिए हुए हैं डेसिमल, अगर उनकी क्या हो, सेम वैल्यू हो, तो 1 is at the 10th place in all the numbers. So here 1/10, 10 100 and ये पूरे 100 बॉक्स पूरे फिल हैं, तो ये हो गया 100 thousands. So here 0.1, we write it 0.10 and 0.100. Here putting or removing 0 at the end of a decimal number doesn't change its value. अगर हम क्या करते हैं लास्ट में, इसके बाद डेसिमल नंबर के बाद अगर हम 0 पुट कर रहे हैं तो या फिर हटा दे रहे हैं तो उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. ठीक है, तो जो वैल्यू है वो वैल्यू एग्जैक्ट वही रहेगी. सो हेयर वी हैव 0.1, वी कैन से 0.1 and 0.1. It means these are equivalent fractions. Okay, next, decimal numbers which have the same value are called equivalent decimals. So ऐसे decimal numbers जिनकी क्या हो, same value हो, उन्हें हम क्या बोलते हैं, equivalent decimals. Let us take another example. Here 2.43 and 2.430 are equivalent decimals because here we add 0 and we learn that if we are putting or removing 0 at the end of the number, so it doesn't change the decimal value. Okay, so here we have 2 at 1st place and 4 at 10th place and 3 at 100th place in both the numbers, and 0 at the end doesn't change the value of decimal number. तो 0 जो हमने एंड में लगाई है डेसिमल नंबर के, वो डेसिमल नंबर की क्या कर रही है, वैल्यू को चेंज नहीं कर रही है, दोनों इक्वली ही हैं. ओके, सो on the basis of this unlike, like and equivalent fraction, we will solve this exercise, that is exercise 7.2. So here first question is tick the group which shows like decimals, and we know that if the decimal number have same decimal places, so we can say that these are like decimals. So here we can see that here one place is there, here two places are there, and here one place is only there. So one, here decimal places are 1, here 2 and 1 also. So we can say that these are unlike decimal because they have different decimal places. Now check B. 1.15, 25.30 and 1.67. Here we can check two decimal places are here in this 2, and in this also we have two decimal places. So here the decimal places is equal. So we can say that yes, we can say that these are like decimals. Okay, so just like that you can solve third part also. Okay, convert unlike decimals into like decimal. अब हमें क्या करना है, like unlike decimals को like decimals में convert करना है. ठीक है, तो हमें पता है, अभी हमने देखा था कि when we putting 0 or removing 0 at the end of the number, it doesn't change the value of decimal number. So in the same way we have here 9.4 and 9.41, and here we have to make them like decimals. So हम कैसे करेंगे like decimal के लिए? like decimal कब होगा? जैसे यहाँ 2 places हैं तो यहाँ भी 2 places होंगे तब. तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, 9 पॉइंट इस एक और 0 लगा देंगे तो ये क्या बन जाएगा, 2 places हो जाएंगे decimal के, and in this also we have 2 places. So now we have converted it into like decimals. Okay. Next, write the equivalent decimals. Here we have to write equivalent decimals. How do we write? 0.8 is equals to 0.80 and 0.800. We can write because putting 0 is not change the value of the number. Here also we can write 1.6 equals to 1.60 and 1.600 also equals to these numbers. Okay. So just like that you can solve it, and rest of the parts you will solve by yourself. Okay. Next, now we have comparing and ordering decimals. अब हमें क्या करना है, decimals को compare कैसे करेंगे और उनके order में कैसे arrange कर सकते हैं वो हम देखेंगे. ठीक है. So to compare decimal numbers we follow the same rule as we do for whole number, moving from left to right and comparing the digit at each place. ठीक है, हम डेसिमल नंबर्स को भी वैसे ही कंपेयर करते हैं जैसे हमने होल नंबर में कंपेयर किया है. ठीक है, जो आपने अपने प्रीवियस चैप्टर में पढ़ा होगा. हम क्या करेंगे, लेफ्ट टू राइट डिजिट चेक करते हैं. जैसे मैंने यहाँ पर लिखा 46 एंड 57. सो हमें बताना है कि ये होल नंबर्स है और इसमें से बड़ा कौन है. ठीक है, कंपेयर करना है तो हम लेफ्ट से राइट चेक करेंगे. तो यहाँ लेफ्ट में 4 है और यहाँ 5 है. इट मीन्स दिस वन इज ग्रेटर देन 46. ओके, so just like that we also compare decimals number. Here example number 1, compare 269.71 and 43.21. तो अब हमें इसे कंपेयर करना है. कैसे करेंगे कंपेयर? फर्स्ट वी चेक द होल नंबर. Okay, so here whole number is 269 and in this we have 43. So by observing it we can say that 269 is greater than 43. It means 269.71 greater than 43.21. Okay, now the second option 8.0138 and 8.1016. Now we have to compare it. So in the 10th place here, first we check the whole number is same. So now we will move to the right, that is 10th place. On 10th place here we have 0 and in this we have 1 and 1 is greater than 0. So here we can write 8.0138 is less than 8.1016. Okay. Here we have example number 2. Rewrite the numbers 0.8, 1.03, 0.08 and 1.2, and we have to arrange these numbers into descending order. Okay, so first we will convert these unlike decimals into like decimals. And how do we convert? We add, or we are putting 0 at the end. So here we can see that here 2 decimal place, in this also 2 decimal place. So here we put 0, so it become 2 decimal place, and in this also we have 2 decimal place. Now we compare the number here 80, 103, 8 and 120, and we have to arrange it in descending order. So here we have 1.2 as a whole number, and in this also we have 1 as a whole number. Now we will check 10th place. In 10th place here we have 0, and in this we have 2. It means this one is greater than 1.03. So first we take 1.2, then 1.03. After that we compare 0.8 or 0.08. At the 10th place here 8, and in this at the 10th place we have 0. It means, so here 0.8 is greater than 0.08. So we can write it in descending order: 1.2, 1.03, 0.8 and 0.008. Okay, now on the basis of this we will solve our exercise 7.3. Okay, so first question is that compare each pair using less than, greater than or equal sign. Okay, so here we can observe. Here we have 3.45 and 3.37. So first we compare their whole number. So here 3, and in this also we have 3. So now we will move to the next one, that is 10th place. In 10th place, in this number we have 4, and in this number we have 3. And by observing that we can know 4 is greater than 3. It means 3.45 greater than 3.37. Okay. So one I solve for you, and rest of the parts you will solve by yourself. Next, rewrite in this ascending order. Now we have to write in ascending order, and we know that first we have to check it is like decimals or unlike decimals, or if they are unlike decimals, so we have to convert it into like decimal first. So first write what we have: 9.06, 9.059, 9.103, 013 and 9.3. So first we will check the decimal places. So here 2 places are there. In this we have 3 places. In this we also have 3 places, and in this we have 1 place only. So we convert it into like decimal. So here we put 1 0 also to become 3 places. Here 9.059, then 9.013, and after that we convert it into 3 decimal places. So we get 9.300. Now we compare it. Here whole number is 9, in this also 9, and all the number have 9 at whole number. Then we will check the 10th place. Here 10th place is 0, in this also 0, this one also 0, and this one is 9.3. Here 10th place is equal to 3. It means it is greater. So it means it is greatest number. Now we compare this one. Here we check 100th place. Here 6, 5 and 1. तो सबसे छोटा कौन सा नंबर हो गया? 9.103. So first we write 9.013, then 5, 9.059. After that 9.6060, and after that 9.300. So in this way we can arrange it in ascending order. Okay. So rest of the parts you will solve by yourself. Now we will move to the question number 3, that is rewrite in descending order. Okay, so here we have first option 0.045, then we have 1.04, after that 0.15, and then we have 1.15. Okay, so first we convert these decimal number into like decimals. So here we have 3 decimal places. Here we have 2 decimal places, so we put here 10. So 1.040. Then here also 2 decimal places. So here we write 0.150, and in this also 1.150. Now these are the like fraction. Now we have to compare. So here at the whole number 0, 1, 0 and 1. So we will compare only these number first. Now we will check the 10th place. Here 10th place is 0 and here is 1. It means it is greatest number. And in descending order we write first greatest number. So we write 1.150. Okay. Then 1.040. Next we check this one. So here 10th place is 0 and in this 10th place is 1. It means 1 is greater than 0. So this number come here 0.150 and after that 0.045. Okay. So in this way we convert or we can arrange it in descending order. Okay. In the same way, you will do rest of the parts of this question by yourself. Okay. Now we will move into the next topic, that is addition. That is addition of decimals. कि अब decimals की हम क्या करना सीखेंगे? Addition. ठीक है, उनको add कैसे करते हैं? So here example is given. During a medical inspection, the weight of 3 children was recorded as shown. So medical inspection हुई और उसमें 3 बच्चों का वेट किया गया जो हमें यहाँ नीचे दिया है. आदिप का वेट है 18.123 kg एंड विक्टर का वेट है 24.012 kg एंड उमा का वेट है 18.04 kg. तो here we have to find out the total weight of 3 children. So हमें यहाँ पर total weight निकालना है तीनों children का. So first what we do? Arrange the number in columns such that all the decimal points are in the same vertical line. अब हमें ऐसे arrange करना है कि सारे decimal points किस में आए हों, एक लाइन में आ रहे हो, एक वर्टिकल लाइन में आ रहे हो. यहाँ भी डेसिमल, इसका भी, इसका भी. इसके बाद हम होल नंबर को ऐड करेंगे. सो होल नंबर वी हैव 18, here we have 24 and here we have 18. Next we have step number 3, place the decimal point in the sum vertically below the other points. So here we have 1, 2, 3 at 10th place, 100th place and 1000th place. In this 0, 1, 2 and in this 0, 4. So here we put 0. Now we will add. So 3, 2, 5, 2, 1, 3 or 4, 7, 1 and 8, 4, 12, 12 and 8, 20. We get 2 here, 2, 1, 3, 2, 5 and 1, 6. So our answer will be 60.175 kg. So we can write the total weight of the 3 children is 60.175 kg. Now we will learn subtraction of decimals. So here example is given. Kamal was measuring how far he could throw a ball. तो कमल क्या कर रहा है? मेजर करता है कि वो कितनी दूर तक बॉल फेंक सकता है. ठीक है. So on the first try it went 18.5 meter. So उसने जो first try किया उसमें उसकी जो बॉल थी वो कितनी दूर गई? 18.5 meter. And on the second try it went 17.75 meter और second try में उसकी जो बॉल थी वो गई 17.75 meter. How much further did it go on the first try? तो हमें बताना है first try में वो कितना ज़्यादा आगे गया था. So here solution, and how do we find how much further did it go? So we can find by subtracting. So here 18.5 minus 17.75. Subtracting decimal number is just like subtracting. Decimal number को भी हमें वैसे ही subtract करना है जैसे हम simple subtraction करते हैं. बस उसमें ध्यान क्या रखना है, put the greater number on top and the lesser one below. तो यहाँ पर सेम हम करते हैं, बड़ा वाला नंबर ऊपर आएगा और छोटा वाला नंबर नीचे. And to match the place value and keeping the decimal one below the other. So here we put the number according to their places. So here we put decimals, and here in this we have at one place 8 and 10th place 1, and at 10th place we have 5. In this we have 17, that is 1's place 7 and 1 is 10th, then 7 10th and 5 100th. Okay, so where we don't have numbers, so we can add 0. We can add, so here we can put 0. Now we can subtract it. Okay, so here 0 में से 5 जाएगा नहीं, तो यहाँ से कैरी लेंगे 10 आउट ऑफ 5 5. ठीक है, ये हो जाएगा 14 7 गया 7 पॉइंट. Here we have 7 0 and 0 because it is carried from forward. Okay, so we get 0.75. So we can say the decimal point in the answer must be in the place as in the numbers above it. So जो डेसिमल पॉइंट जो हमारे आंसर आ रहे हैं वो भी एग्जैक्ट जहाँ जैसे नंबर के प्लेसेस लिखे हैं ऐसे ही आंसर के भी प्लेसेस ऐसे ही लिखे जाएंगे. एंड इन आंसर वी कैन राइट कमल्स फर्स्ट थ्रो वाज 0.7 मीटर फर्दर देन हिज सेकंड थ्रो, कि उसका फर्स्ट थ्रो जो है 0.75 मीटर दूर था उसके सेकंड थ्रो से. ठीक है, नाउ वी विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट. वी लर्नड how to add and subtract the decimal numbers. Now on the basis of this concept we will learn, we solve our exercise 7.4. So first question is here, add, and the option is 0.375 and 0.525. So first we write their places. Okay, so here decimal, so we have 10th, 100th and 1000. Here we have ones. Okay, so we write like this point. At ones place we have 0, 10th place we have 3, 100th place 7 and 1000th place 5. In this 0 point, 10th place 5, 100th place 2 and 1000th place 5. Now we can add it. So 5 and 5 10, 1 is carry here, 7 to 9 and 1 10, 1 also carry here, 3 5 8 and 1 9. Here 0, decimal 0. So answer is 0.900. Okay, so in this way you can add all the given option here. Okay, it is very easy to solve. Next we have subtraction. So how do we subtract? So here we have 66.183 minus 37.303. So now first we write the places. So here we have decimal and ones, tens, hundreds, and here we have 10th, 100th and 1000th. Okay, so here we put decimal, and one place we have 6 and 10th place we have 6. And in 10th place we have 1, 8 on 100th place and 3 on 1000th place. Okay, next one is 37, means 7 at 1's place and 3 at 10th place. Decimal we have now 3 10th, 0 100th and 3 1000th. Now we can subtract it. 3 में से 3 गया 0, 8 में से 0 जाएगा 0, and if we subtracting 1 में से 3 नहीं जा सकता तो ये कैरी लेगा, तो it will become 11 and this will 5. So 11 out of 3, so 11 में से 3 गया 8. Now decimal, here we have 5 में से 7 नहीं जा सकता तो ये से कैरी लेगा और ये हो जाएगा 5. So 15 7 करेंगे तो 8 and 5 में से 3 गया 2. So our answer will be 28.880. Okay. So here more questions are given. Just like that you have to subtract all the given numbers. Okay. Here we have question number 3. Let's solve it. If a banana costs 3.75 rupees and a mango costs 5.50 rupees, how much money do I have to spend for both? तो दोनों पे कितनी मनी स्पेंड करनी है ये बताना है. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? ऐड. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ बनानास that is 3.75 rupees. Okay. And cost of mango. Cost of mango. Mango की cost कितनी है? 5.50 rupees. Okay. Now we have to find out the money spent for both. Money spent on both banana and mango. So here हम लिखेंगे spent money equals to 3.75 rupees plus 5.50 rupees. Okay. Now we can add it. So first we write the places. So the ones, decimal, then we have tenth and hundredth. Now put the value here. 3 is ones, 7 tenth, 5 hundredth. Now this one, 5 ones, 5 tenth and 0 hundredth. Now we can add it. 5 and 0, 5, 7 and 5, 12, 1 carry here, 3, 5, 8 and 1, 9. So we get 9.25. So we can write here, he spent 9.25 rupees on both banana and mango. Okay. So just like that you can solve this question. Okay. Next we have question number 4. In this, a drum can hold 55.8 liters of water. If 28.25 liters of water is used up, how much water is left in the drum? तो हमें बताना है कि एक जो ड्रम है उसकी कैपेसिटी कितनी है, वो कितना वाटर होल्ड कर सकता है, 55.8 लीटर्स. ओके. एंड के अंदर से जो वाटर यूज कर लिया है वो कितना है, 28.25 लीटर्स. नाउ we have to find out how much water is left in the drum. So how we find it? By subtracting. So total capacity of drum, that is 55.8 liters. Okay. Next, quantity of used water. ठीक है. तो used water कितना है, 28.25 liters. Now we have to find out left water in the drum. Left water in drum. So what we will do, if we want to find out leftover, so we have to subtract it. Now we first write place values. So decimal here, ones, tens, tenth, hundredth. Okay. Now here 5 ones, 5 tens. Decimal point. Now 8 tenth. Here 8 ones, 2 tens and decimal, then 2 tenth, 5 hundredth. Now here we can put 0. So it is borrowed from this. 10 will become 10 out. 10 में से 5 देंगे तो 5 and then it will become 7. 7 minus 2, 5. Decimal 5 में से 8 नहीं जाएगा तो ये borrow करेगा तो 15 and it will become 4. 15 minus 8 is 7 and 4 minus 2 is 2. So we can write here the left water in the drum is 27.55 liters. Okay. So in this way you can find out the answer of these questions. Okay. I hope you understand it very well. Now we will move to the next topic, that is multiplication of decimals. Now we learn how to multiply decimal numbers. So multiplication of decimal by a whole number. अब whole number से अगर हमें multiply करना है decimal numbers को, तो उसमें हम क्या करेंगे? First check. So here multiply the decimals like whole numbers. Place the decimal point by counting digits from the right such that the number of decimal places in the product is equal to the number of decimal places in the multiplicand. So हमें क्या करना है? पहले जैसे हम होल नंबर्स की मल्टीप्लिकेशन करते हैं नॉर्मली, हमें वैसे ही मल्टीप्लिकेशन करना है. उसके बाद हमें क्या करना है? जो भी हमारा प्रोडक्ट आया है, मीन्स जो आंसर आया है, उसमें जो मल्टीप्लिकेंड है उसकी हम क्या करेंगे? डेसिमल प्लेसेस चेक करेंगे. तो हियर 1, 2 and 3 places are there. So we put decimal after 3 places, 1, 2 and 3. So here we put decimal. Okay. So it will become 203.5668. Now we solve it. Here example is given 25.446 multiplied by 8. So first we write the number and then we multiply it by 8. 8 6 are 48 and 4. 8 4 are 32 and 4 6. 3 8 4 are 32, 3 5. Then 8 5 are 40 and 3. 8 2 is 16 and 4 20. So we get this number. Now what we have to do? We have 2 0 3 5 6 8. Okay. Now we have to count the decimal places of the multiplicand. Here 3 places are there. So we put decimal after 3 places from counting right to left. So here 1, 2 and 3 and then put here decimal. So we get 203.568. Okay. So here let's do exercises given, that is 3.3 multiplied by 5. 3.3 multiplied by 5. Okay. So how do we write? 3.3 and multiply by 15. Okay. Here we have 5 3 is 15. 1 carry. 5 3 is 15 and 16. Then cross here and 1 3 is 3 and 1 3 is 3. Now we add it. We get 5, 6, 3, 9 and 1, 3, 4. Now what we have to do? We have to count decimal places in multiplicand. So here decimal place is 1. So here we put decimals counting 1 place from right to left. So here we have 5. So here we put point, or we can say decimal. So our answer will be 49.5. Okay. So in this way you can solve these questions. Okay. Now we have 7.901 multiplied by 30. 7.901 multiply 30. Okay. So how do we multiply it? First we write the number. Then we write the multiplicand, that is 30. And then we will multiply. 0 को 1 से किया 0, 0, 0 को 9 से करेंगे 0 and 0 into 7 is also 0. Now multiply here. 3 1s are 3, 3 को 0 से किया 0, 3 9s are 27, 2 carry here, 3 7s are 21 and 2 23. Now we add it. 0, 0 3 is 3, 0 and 0 0, 0 and 7 7, 3 and 2. So what we will get? We get 2 3 7 0 3 0. After that what we will do? We count the decimal places in multiplicand. So here 1, 2 and 3 places are there. Now we put decimal in the product according to multiplicand. So here we have 3 places. So we count right to left 3 places, 1, 2 and 3. Here we put decimal. So we get 237.030. This is our answer. Okay. Now we will move to the next, that is multiplication of decimal by 10, 100 and 1000. So here consider A option is 2.647 is multiplied by 10. So we know that 2.647 multiplied by 10. So here we can say that here 3 decimal places are there. So we know that how to convert decimal number into decimal fraction. So 1, 2, 3 places are there. So we put 3 zeros are here and then multiply by 10. Okay. So here 0 cut it by the 0. Now we get 2647 upon 100. Now we also know that how to convert decimal fraction into decimal. So here the number 2647 and then we count the zeros. So there are 2 zeros. So we count right to left 2 places 1 and 2 and we put decimal here. So we get 26.47. In the same way we have, if we multiply 2.647 by 100, so how do we do? 2.647 upon 1000 multiplied by 100, 2 zeros are cutted by 2 zeros. So now we get 2647 upon 10. Now here 1 zero is given, so we put decimal after one place. Okay. Now next one is 2.647 multiplied by 1000. So here we can write 2647 upon 1000 because 3 decimal places are there and into 1000. So 1000 से 1000 कटा तो we get 2647. Okay, so we can say from the above example we observe that when we multiply decimal fraction by 10, 100 and 1000, the decimal point in the multiplicand moves to be right by as many as places are 0 in the multiplier. तो multiplier में जितनी भी 0 होंगी उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम क्या करते हैं, मल्टीप्लिकेंड के जो डिजिट्स होती हैं डेसिमल पॉइंट को मूव करते हैं. जैसे यहाँ पर क्या था 2.6, 1 0 है तो हमने उसको राइट की तरफ 1 मूव कर दिया. Here we have 2 zeros, so हम 2 places पे मूव कर देंगे, that become 264.7. Here we have 1000, 3 places are there, so we write it 2647. For example, 0.6 multiplied by 100, so we get 60 because one place is move here and 1 0 also here, so we get 60. Now this one also we get 2730 means 2730. Now we will learn multiplication of decimal by decimal. We have learned how to multiply decimal by whole number. Now we learn how to multiply decimal by decimal. So here find the product of the number. जो हमें नंबर दिए हुए हैं उनके हम प्रोडक्ट फाइंड आउट करेंगे. ओके. In the product place, the decimal points, so the number of decimal places in the product is equal to the total number of decimal places in multiplicand and multiplier. फिर हमें क्या करना है, जो प्रोडक्ट हमारे पास आए हमें काउंट करने हैं मल्टीप्लिकेंड एंड मल्टीप्लायर के दोनों के डेसिमल प्लेसेस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल हेयर वी कैन सी दैट 0.3 multiplied 0.3. How do we multiply? 3 3s are 9 and then here we have one decimal place and one decimal place. So now we get 2 decimal places and we know that we move to the right to left. So here one place, on the second place we don't have number, so we can put 0 here. So here we get 0.09. Okay. In this also 53.51 multiply by 1.35. Simply as we multiply it. 5 ones are 5, 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15 and 2 17, 5 5s are 25 and 1 26. Now 3 ones are 3, 3 5s are 15, 3s are 9, 0 and 3 5s are 15 and 16. 1 ones are 1, 1 5s are 5, 1 3s are 3 and 1 5s are 5. Now we add these 5, 5 and 3, 8, 7, 5, 12 and 1, 13. Then we have 6, 1, 7, 5, 12. Here 3, 6, 9, 9, 3, 12. And here 5, 1, 6 and 1, 7. So we get 72, 2, 3, 8, 5. Now we have to put decimal. And how do we put? We count the decimal places in multiplicand and multiplier both. So here 2 decimal places, and in this also 2 decimal places. So total places are 4. So 4 places are there. So we count here right to left 4 digits. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we put decimal here. So we get 72.238. Okay, so in this way you can solve these questions. Okay, now we will learn properties of multiplication. अभी हमने मल्टीप्लाई करना सीखा होल नंबर से, दैन डेसिमल नंबर का डेसिमल नंबर से. Now we will learn some properties of multiplication. So first one, the product of the factor doesn't change by changing the order of the factors. अगर हम factors का order change कर देते हैं तो उससे प्रोडक्ट पे कोई चेंज नहीं आता है. जैसे अगर हम 27 को 2.87 से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो भी हमारे पास सेम प्रोडक्ट आएगा, और उसकी जगह 2.87 पहले लिख दें और 27 को बाद में कर दें तो भी सेम आएगा. इन दिस ऑल्सो 0.24 मल्टीप्लाई बाई 2.89 एंड 2.89 को अगर हम 0.24 से भी मल्टीप्लाई करते हैं तो दोनों के जो प्रोडक्ट आएंगे वो सेम आएंगे. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज the product of 1 and decimal fraction is equal to the decimal fraction. So product जब हम किसी decimal fraction को 1 से मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं तो वो जो आंसर आएगा वो भी क्या आएगा, decimal fraction ही आएगा. मतलब किसी भी नंबर को 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करने पर सेम वही नंबर आएगा. If one of the factor is 0 then the product is 0. अगर हम किसी भी नंबर को 0 से मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं so we get 0 only in the product. Now properties number 4, that is the product of 3 or more numbers, decimal or whole numbers can taken in any combination. कि हम 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा डेसिमल नंबर्स को क्या कर रहे हैं, मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं, तो उनके हम अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशन बनाकर भी उनको मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हैं. जो हमारा प्रोडक्ट आएगा विल बी द सेम. 30 into 3.73 into 0.5 into 0.85 into 2.62. Now we can combination of these numbers. So first we multiply 30. First we multiply 30 into 0.85. Then the combination of 3.73 into 2.62. Okay. So when we multiply it, we get the product here. Now in this, so here we will multiply 30 into 3.73 and into 0.85 multiplied by 2.62. In both the way we get the same product. Okay. So now here some hot question are given. Let's solve it. Here if 2.02 into 22.202 equals to 44.84804, find the value of. तो हमें क्या करना है, इसकी वैल्यू निकालनी है. बस हमें क्या करना है, आंसर तो सेम ही आएगा क्योंकि नंबर सेम है. 2 डेसिमल को हटा देते हैं तो 202, here 22202. So number are the same. What is the role of, and here the role of decimal. Okay, so we get 44,84804 in all the numbers. Now we have to put decimal according to their decimal places. Here 3 decimal places, here 1. So we count 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. The decimal put here. Okay. So just like that you can solve it easily. In this way 44,84804. Decimal place 1, 2 and in this 1. 2 and 1, 3. Count right to left. 3 digits 1, 2 and 3. So here we get 4,484.804. Okay. So it is very easy to solve. Next we will move to the exercise. Here we learned how to multiply So on the basis of this, we have exercise 7.5. Let's solve it. So here first question is find 0.86, means we can write 0.86 multiply by 5. So 5 6 are 30 and 3 is carry, 5 8 is 40 and 3 43 and 4 is here, 5 को 0 से किया 0 and 4 4. Here we count the decimal places are 2. So we count right to left. So we have 1 and 2. So here decimal, so we get the answer 4.30. Okay. So in this way you can solve rest of the option of this question. Next question is multiply. It is very easy to multiply it. We know that according to the number of zeros, we move to the left to right in the decimal number. Okay. So here we have 1 0. We write 8, 6 and 3 number here. 1 0 is there. So first we have decimal here. Now we will move to the here. So we get 8.63. Okay. If we are multiplying it by 1000, so here we have 0.417 multiplied by 1000. Okay, we know that जितने जीरो है उतने प्लेसेस पे हम लेफ्ट टू राइट मूव कर जाएंगे. ठीक है, तो हम लिखा 417. Now there are 3 places, so 1 2 and 3. So here we move, so means the answer will be 417. Okay, in this way you will solve rest of the part of this question. Next we have solve, means we have to multiply decimal number to decimal number. So first option we have 7.5 into 3.7. So 7.5, we simply divide it. We simply multiply it. So here we get 7 5s are 35. Here 3, 7 7s are 49 and 49 and 3 52. Next 3 5s are 15. 1, 3 7s are 21 and 22. Now we will add it. 5, 7, 7 and 2. Now what we have to do? We have to count decimal places in multiplier or multiplicand both. So here 1 place is there, 1 decimal place, and in this 1 decimal place. The total places are 2. Okay, 2 decimal places. So we put decimal after 2 places right to left. So here 1 and 2, so it is decimal. So we get 27.75. Okay, it is our answer. So in that way you can solve question number 3 easily. Okay. Next we have question number 4, that is find the product 0.5, 1.6 and 9. So 0.5 multiply 1.6 multiply 9. Okay. Now we have 3 numbers here. And we learned that if we group the numbers, so we can multiply easily and the product will not change. So first we multiply 0.5 and 1.6. So here we get 6 5s are 30. 3, 6 को 0 से गए 0 and 3 add करेंगे तो 3. Here 1 5s are 5 and 0. We get 0, 8, 0. And now we count the decimal places. Here 1 and here also 1 decimal place. Okay, and total decimal place will become 2. Okay, so now we put after 2 places decimal from right to left. So here 1 and 2, here we put decimal. So now we have 0.80. Now we will multiply it by 9. Okay, so 0.80 multiplied by 9. We get 9 को 0 से किया 0. 8 9s are 72. So here we have 72 and the decimal places are there 2. So from right to left we count 1 in 2 places and then put decimal. So we have the answer 7.20. Okay, so in this way you can solve these options also. Okay, now question number 5th we have word problem. The length of a turbine is 7.75 meter की एक टर्बाइन की लेंथ कितनी है 7.75 meter. Now we have to find out what will be the length of 18 such turbines. अब हमें करना है कि हम लिखेंगे लेंथ ऑफ अ टर्बाइन. कितनी लेंथ है 7.75 meter. Okay, now we have to find out length of 18 such turbines. So we write length of 18 turbines. And how do we find? We know the value of 1 and we have to find out value of 18. So we will multiply 7.75 meter multiply 18. Now we will solve it. Here 7.75 multiply by 18. Okay. Now we will multiply 8 5s are 40. 4 is carry here. 8 7s are 56 and 4 60. Here 6. 8 7s are 56 and 6 62. Okay, now 1 5s are 5, 1 7s are 7 and 1 7s are 7. Now we will add it. We get 0, 5 and 0 5, 2 and 7 9 and 6 and 7 13. ठीक है, तो अब हमारे पास कितना आया आंसर 13950. And now we have to put decimal. Here 2 decimal places are here. Now we count right to left 1 and 2 places and then put point here or decimal here. So we can say that the length of 18 turbines is 139.50 meter. Okay, so in this manner we can find out the answer of this question. Okay,